6 to 8 months of training where we educate the students that what is the project functionally about, what is purchase order, what is sales order, what is programming, how to do all this. These were totally lagging between the academic and the real-time industry. Okay. So that is why I am saying this, that my experiences with Assoviate in these years have that, the general terminologies are, the people, some of the people are working in the real times, working in railways, anywhere if they are working in the manufacturing or if they are working in financials, try to understand and grab this technology, grab that functionality. That is very, very important. Technology is one side, which you can study in the part of curriculum, or if you go to any training institutes, you can learn the technology. But the business process is something you have to absorb it in your day-to-day life. Either by the advertisements in the paper, or they will send it to the potential people, okay, through mail. So this is a very important key process where we have to prepare the proposal. Okay, so if the RFP comes in like a bridge, okay, and you are in a construction company, okay, what do you do? Based on the RFP, you will prepare the proposal. Okay, like that is a construction of academic block which comes in RFP from Peri Engineering College. Then as a construction, as one of the developer, okay, what I do? I will prepare the proposal as per this spec. Okay, what the spec talk about? In RFP, it will talk about every classroom is this much length and breadth. Okay, and that's going to be a light provisioning there. That's going to be a projection for a projector, and AC has to be pushed. And all this there in RFP. Based on the RFP, you can prepare the proposal, where it talks about what is the commercial terms you will take in. So when constructing such a huge academic block, how much of total money it takes? It takes 25 lakhs or 30 lakhs. How much money it takes? Okay, and what are the things you will utilize for that proposal? What kind of a projector I will put there? What kind of AC I will put this? Everything will be responded in the proposal as per the RFP which comes in. Okay, so this is the another research activity where we prepare the proposal and send it to the customer. Okay. So the output document is a draft proposal and there is a technical evaluation document. Okay. So if it is a construction thing, then as a civil engineer will prepare the blueprint of this plan, building plan. Okay. So if there are 2-3 potential developers are submitting this to Peri Engineering College, then what they do? They compare this every blueprint. Okay. This civil engineer have this blueprint. Another civil engineer would have a different architecture. So they will compare everything. And then based on the proposal, they will select one particular one, which is going to be a good for them. Okay, so that is the technical evaluation document, and you have a draft proposal. And then you have a salesperson. These are the details. You have a salesperson who will interact with the customer. You will understand the requirements, and then you can have a project type. What kind of a project we can use it? Development means totally we have to develop a new software system for a particular company, or it is a maintenance system. Already software is there, only we are going to do the maintenance. Our migration means they are in the Java platform, we need to migrate to .NET platform. So that kind of a migration project. Identify the life cycle model. So another life cycle model is another key in the software engineering. So you have 2 important cycles. One is called a waterfall methodology. Another one is the iterative model. Waterfall methodology, you have, when I first take off slide I showed, it shows the complete cycle. Starting from requirement, you have to do your design, and then you have to do the development, do the testing, finally it goes to the customer. Okay, this is the waterfall cycle. Iterative is, there should be a small module-wise delivery. Okay, you take one particular module out of 4 processes. Okay, so like you are going to the bank and debiting the money and comes out. It will have 3 processes. So if you are going to the ATM, put your ATM card, that is one process, and then write your PIN on something, and then finally the money fetches out of it, and then you are taking it. So every process you can have a separate screens, and that can be delivered to the customer immediately, and they can test it, certify, and then we go into the next module. Okay, so nowadays we are going with the iterative model instead of going for waterfall, because what is happening is in iterative, then and there the customer gets the delivery, and whatever the defects are there, we can be fixed immediately and goes for it. In waterfall, the limitation is you spend around 3 months of efforts for development, and at the end of 4th month or 5th month you deliver to the customer, and if the problem comes in, again you have to take the work and back and do another additional 2 months, which is going to be a rework effort. But every 15 days if you deliver, then and there you can do the errors correction and you can deliver to the customer, which is what good quality services company as well as for the customer. So we are going more in the iterative and we call it agile methodology. That is the one we are not going in for any of the projects which we do it in recent days. And then we have the nature of costing. So we have going for a fixed cost. We can say this to execute this particular project, we want $100,000 or $200,000 like fixed cost, and we have to deliver the project within that cost. Okay, so very challenging. We are going for a fixed cost because if you say $200,000, the management wants 35% margin out of it. So anything below that only we have to execute the project and deliver. So if anything goes beyond that cost, then the project considered to be lost and it is going to be a huge effect on us. Time and material is one of the easy methodology where we will deploy our resources at the site, and whatever be the hours are there, we will bill it to the customer. That is very straightforward and very safe approach. Okay, so I will say that I will deploy a developer for 1 month, I will charge it for $6,000. That's it. Whether he delivers or not, whether there is issue or not, I am not going to bother. I will only deploy the particular developer and charge it to the customer. Okay, so that's a time and material model. But nowadays, the customers are also very conscious, and there is so much of competition out there in the services industry. Most of the things is going in fixed cost model. Okay, because that is beneficial to the customer at the end of the day. If you're going for time and material, what happens? You deploy the people and the person is not of quality, then the customer ends up paying more. Instead of 1 month, the developer takes 2 months of development. The customer has to pay 2 months of effort. Whereas in fixed cost, they will say 1 month of effort, I will pay only 6,000. You execute the project or you go away, some other company can come and do it. Okay, so that is the fixed cost. That's where the project management comes into the picture. You need to do efficient management of the project in such a way that within the particular cost, the project has to be executed. So evaluate the technology, estimate the size and cost. Costing is another, project costing is another domain where you need to estimate upfront. Based on our initial investigation, preliminary investigation and our analysis, we know that what is the scope of the project, and based on the scope, we need to do the estimation and bring it to some numbers. So that is what we give it in the fixed cost, $100,000 or $200,000, something we have to estimate and provide. Again, this kind of things will be done by an architect. So we have an architect, technology architect as well as the domain business analyst. Both will sit together along with the project manager and do the estimation and come to the final numbers. Okay. Yeah. So finally, whatever the project proposal which are done by the people will go to the senior management for the approval, because if it is a fixed cost, then they will see that what is the margin for this project, whether it is feasible, is okay or not for the company or for the, because some project is huge in size. Whether the middle level company have to take it or not, itself is a very big question mark. So that kind of a review will happen as a senior management review. And then solution group reviews the architect, whether this is the .NET is okay for this particular project, or Java is going to be good, or any kind of the enterprise architecture is required. All this will be reviewed by the architect team. So overall involved is senior management and solution group. And the final output is with the review comments on the proposal. So define the proposal which is ready for submission to the customer. Okay. That's the final proposal. Okay. After the review comments are appended into the document, we can submit it to the customer. Okay. The final proposal. So who are all involved? Salesperson, marketing person, business analyst, all get together. Okay, and go to the customer. And that's kind of a presentation where we do our presentation that how we approach the project, what kind of a project plan we are formulating, and what is the total cost involved in the project. So kind of a PowerPoint presentation we present to the customer along with the final proposal. Okay. So many IT services company like us will submit the proposals, and the customer will evaluate all these proposals, and based on this they will award the project to an IT company. Okay. So this is the pre-sales process. In the pre-sales process, what we do, initial campaigning, identify the potential customers, or if it is an RFP, based on the RFP, we prepare the proposal. Proposal will go for the reviews, and finally we submit the proposal to the customer, and and they are